square peg in a round hole. That is generally how communities feel about energy projects that are being rolled out to provide for their energy needs. And that is because often projects are designed for communities rather than with them, as well as the technologies that they're planning to roll out. Just imagine an engineer in his lab or her lab trying to design a cook stove to be used in Africa, not even speaking to the cooks. That makes the person unaware of, for example, family size that you're targeting or the type of local staple that is being cooked. And I'm often surprised when my colleagues in the donor community or in project development say, oh, we're absolutely shocked the community didn't receive our technologies or our projects with open arms. And I don't think it's a shock at all, because their drive for a one-size-fits-all model in which they can achieve the economies of scales that are required to achieve this very challenging goal of achieving access to energy for all requires them to take that approach. But at the same time, it results in a mismatch between what community needs on the ground and what they are being able to provide. And this mismatch often results in project failure, or at least makes it an uphill battle to roll out a development on the ground. And yeah, it often results in technologies that are not quite suitable for the local context. And just imagine a few things here. Trying to install a heavy rectangular solar panel on top of a roof, a thatched roof of an African hut. But also think of cooking a meal for a family of 12 on a cook stove that is designed for the standard family of 4. Or I think the worst one of them all is where trying to cook a meal in a large disc-shaped solar cooker that you need to move between 10 to 15 times to cook a very simple meal. For many people on the ground, that disc, that cooker, is better used to plug a hole in your roof or to actually feed your animals from. And yeah, so those local dynamics, those local contexts are really, really important to understand and address in our energy projects. And at the moment, that is often sorely lacking. And we really need to start moving towards an approach where we start working together with communities to build our knowledge of what it is that communities need and how projects can be rolled out. And that is where my project sits. So first, I set out to understand these energy needs and practices in a variety of communities, but also the factors that affect positive attitudes and adoption of a range of energy projects. And then finally, to also work with project developers and communities to start looking at what strategies can we use to better work together in designing and delivering energy projects so we can scale up our access. Because by reducing the risks for project developers, they might be much keener to actually undertake this humongous task. And I think that will also then help us to have a much better shot at achieving access to energy for all by 2030. Thank you.